Part two of this video that I'm talking about is about the dentist office visit. I don't have money for this. This is, $3,000 or $4,000. Every penny that I have and every dollar that I've ever had was only been buying friends and families and making art crafts and gifts, to the point where it's leaving me broke, penniless. I literally have spent on gifts alone. On all the gifts alone, all the money that I've been able to save here, which is I probably spent about $5,000, and I'm not kidding. I've spent about all the gifts and little items and the shipping and the glue and the model projects and the turntables. I've spent about $5,000 entirely just sending these people these gifts. Entirely. Just alone, leaving nothing in my pocket, only for others to have, for gifts. Because it is more important for me and my safety and the realization of life that these people are kind of going to do everything to discredit my life, that I was just trash. And they will do it. They will fucking do it. They enjoy death and killing and disposing. This is something that they're doing at a very personal hatred level. And this is done by a very malicious, crazy, lunatic group of stalkers of the gay community. I don't know which part, I don't know which underground gay community. It is murderers. These are the worst, careless human beings you can ever imagine, that are extremely intelligent to try to use society entirely to plunge themselves against that me. They have the police department on their fucking control, on call. So as far as it goes with this dentist appointment, they told me that the appointment is in Plainview, Vermont. That's a 2-hour drive from here. 2 hours one way. So I have to go. This is what the dentist. This is what the dentist person told me. It's 2 hours. Look, this is the appointment place. They have, as you can see, you can later zoom in on this on your camera if you're watching, and you can look at all the details. This is a referral to go to the Health Center Dental Unit at Plainfield, Vermont 05667. Their number is 802-454-1047. Their fax number is 802-322-0714. This is by Dr. Mahajan, Mahajan, and this is the dentist person that worked on my teeth. Now, they sent this referral. They won't get it until tomorrow. While I was there waiting for my taxi, I called this office to see if they'd gotten to schedule a visit. This lady sounds exactly like Sarah Cooper crying over the phone, playing how much emotional credit and acting can I get out of this acting role of Hector's gonna die of cancer and we finally killed him, and we want to say who the real angel and who the good people are. This is fucking so crazy to me. This is so fucking, these transgenders are fucking crazy. They are not mentally fucking healthy. They are fucking crazy. And for this is in Plainfield. It's not Plainview, Plainfield of Vermont. Plainfield in Vermont. That's 2 hours. You're telling me that this dentist office and whoever's organizing this and setting me up doesn't have anything in Burlington? Burlington's the biggest city in the city of Vermont, in the state of Vermont. They don't have anything there? The people have to go all the way? So I believe they're lying. I'm telling you that they're blocking me off any access of knowledge about what's going on in communication to the world, of phone calls. There's a lot of people they're not allowing me to call. There's a lot of companies I'm calling, and it's being rerouted to certain people that are harassing me and picking up the phone and yelling and screaming. I'm not joking when I say this. I'm, going to schedule a visit to have this canal pulled out, this molar pulled out, and then hopefully one day I have enough money to spend $3,000 or $4,000, right? When I'm a professional DJ making a lot of money and I can have an implant placed in and it'll be just normal. But until then, I'm just going to have a missing tooth. So I want to make this very credible because I don't like the fact that anybody knows about my personal health and my personal well-being. And when I get to the office, when I go to a doctor's office, when I go to the dentist, when I talk to them, they are recording me full-time, non-stop, and they're all blasting me in their gay community websites and their Interlinks network, where it's very underground about who gets access to this information, of this recorded information about my mother, brothers, my personal life, the horrors that they did to us as growing up, and the stalking, the murder attempts that they had tried to do to me, and the people they send. This is very organized with the police department. The police department isn't doing anything to help and is sabotaging the situation because that's what they're allowing them and giving them the privilege to do, and that's why. But as far as it goes with this dentist appointment, it's a 2-hour, I have to take a bus, which is going to take me like 5 hours on a bus trip just to even get there. And I have to spend the night at a hotel either there or in Burlington, which is most likely there, or I have to sleep out on the street somewhere and then go and get that taken care of. But when I go there, it's like a root canal is 2 hours. It's like a two-hour procedure, a root canal is. But they told me if they pull the tooth out, I think they put me to sleep, or they said they put me to sleep, or they numb the area, which I think I don't really want to be put to sleep, but whatever they say, because I'm not the fucking professional. They have so much control over my life. I feel like I can't make it a fucking opinion. So they're gonna either numb it or put me to sleep to pull the tooth out, and I guess stitch it back up like they did on the wisdom teeth I had taken out. I nearly died when I had my wisdom teeth taken out. This is a true story. When I went with my brother Julian, and I only grew 3 wisdom teeth. I didn't grow 4. Some people don't even grow any, but I grew 3 on in my mouth, right behind my molars, and it couldn't fit for some reason. My molars outgrew, and I couldn't even close my jaw anymore. It had built too much calcium. When they pulled that out, all 3 of them out, it was horrific. I was bleeding to death, and I remember the dentist person and the assistant all were scared as shit because I was spewing like, I'm not kidding you, like a fucking liter of blood. And this is when I was 23 and didn't know I had aplastic anemia. Right before I got diagnosed, I was literally, they were like, holy smoke, and there's blood all over the fucking sink. And I couldn't get the blood to stop. And they didn't know, but it wasn't their fault. The dentist office didn't know, the dentist people at that time when I was 23 in Carrollton, Texas, didn't know I had aplastic anemia. So it really wasn't their fault. It was some Asian, nice people, but it wasn't their fault. They didn't know. But I say this because when I get there, they're going to practice this ceremony of death on me. And it's very crazy. They're playing murderous with their Jesus crucifix. Whatever God they believe in has nothing to do about anything that's holy. This is a murder weapon that they're using. This is a killing weapon that they're using. Nothing more. The staff members at this apartment, Amanda, her name is Amanda Hilliker, is supposed to show up here to do an annual inspection, and they do a pest control inspection on the 28th. They were trying to practice this ceremony when I had that cross here, and trying to practice like they were burying me and going to kill me. We finally killed Hector, and they're trying to practice this ceremony of death. I'm not joking when I say this. These people are murderers. They want to end my life. I am never going to have an apartment again. I don't give a fuck. If I have to live the rest of my days in a fucking street, sleeping to a fucking trash can, then I know that that's what I'm going to do the best to try to survive my life. But these electronic devices are never going to stop. This guy downstairs has been beating me since the day one that I came into this apartment. And so has, they've been talking to me very nasty, the staff members that own this landlord. I traveled all across the United States from Las Vegas just to come here to have an apartment. And I feel like I got very or nothing accomplished other than pain and suffering more than anything else. But it is not worth my life to suffer like this. So like I said, this dentist appointment, you know, I'm going to have to sleep on the streets or get a hotel room, then get another bus and drive another 2 hours all the way back. So I have to take the bus because the Uber and the taxi, they charge $200 one way. It's way too much money. So maybe I could find something on Craigslist to somebody's, you know, ride share, you know, passenger driver, something like that, but it's very unlikely. But I want to make a video on this. I'm very traumatized right now about what has happened with these people just wishing me death. Look, if I were to get cancer and it's going to be the worst, I'd rather be left in peace. Let me die and leave me alone. You'll get your wish. The day will come when your life comes to an end on what worthless dog shit you treated me as, and I did nothing to you. And you're not going to get scared now, but you're going to get scared like I did before it was time for me to leave this world. But all you did is scum my life to the scrummiest fucking trash sewage you could fucking imagine by your fucking faggots, your transgenders, and your fucking people that disrespected me and treated me less than a fucking dog. You treated your fucking rats better than you fucking treated my life while I was alive. Your fucking staff members, I'm lucky to find one person that talks to me like a fucking human being and treats me and is defendant that I'm a human being. Now, what I'm gonna do is I want my privacy. I do not like this guy downstairs practicing the mortality that this is my coffin, hitting the crucifix where it was before, the fridge, or anyone else at the doctor's or dentist's office, and that is all they're practicing. This is a very serious situation because when we're looking at the x-rays, when I'm at the dentist office, when I'm there at the dentist office looking at the x-rays, this is a whole procedure of looking at what cancer looks like, terminal cancer. It's not terminal cancer, but it's a stage that they can start seeing how I behave. There's literally a lady walking behind with her arms behind her back, like persecuting me as we're in the dentist fucking chair, the dentist and the assistant and me, just to harass me. The dentist was somewhat professional though, to the most extent. But I wanted to make this video very clear about what they're doing. And he says, well, you know, he starts telling me how much it's going to cost. I said, well, this is what's going to cost, and this is what it's going to, where you have to go to get the treatment if you want. But he says you can't do it all before June because, you know, they have to finish all these procedures. I think he's lying to me. I know he's fucking lying. I don't believe him. They're lying to me. I know that they could finish all the procedures before I could leave, you know, and be fine. That's why they want me to go ahead. And I don't know if they do loan payments or any of that shit. I don't think they do. But like I said, there was a lot of sketchy things that I felt very uncomfortable. I knew they were lying about. And I literally was looking at the x-rays and talking to them, and I said, look, I'm going to go back to Dallas. They had me nearly digging in trash cans for food. And he goes, I don't got no money. There's no money. I go to Dallas. There's not. He said, get a dentist in Dallas. I said, there's not. They're not gonna. There's no insurance. There's no money there. They pay $10 an hour at a fucking warehouse. It's hot. They're gonna give me a shit life there. When I get there, it's not gonna be good. None of it's going to be fucking good. You know, there's no money. They're gonna make me suffer. And I said they did this to me. I told that dentist office, the lady, I said they did this to me. They did this to me. They did. They're not allowing me to help myself. You don't understand what these people are doing and how many are persecuting me and eventually after me and beating me with these electronic devices. They're wishing me death. You don't understand. This is a ceremony of very evil actions they're doing against me.